So, what did we say we were going to call this one? Remember we had
Nerds at Noon?
Nerds at Noon.
Nerds at Noon.
You'd have like a cheesy intro and everything too.
Nerds at Noon!
Hey everyone, welcome to the next edition of Nerds of the Round, dubbed Nerds at Noon. We are filming a little bit earlier than usual. Lance is feeling it. He went out last night.
Why the hell is it before noon?
So this is of course where we take the topics that you guys suggest and we just talk about them and give you our feedback, completely genuine responses as far as, because I'm the only one who really knows some of them because I'm the one who puts them in the bowl. But these guys are completely clueless as to what we're going to pull out. So before we get started, I do want to introduce Eric Matos over here from $3 Bill and Guardian Knight Comics.
Yeah.
He's got his shirt on.
We found him at the streets.
Yeah, like we were just walking and he was like,
Hey.
"Oh, hey guys," and we were like,
I have opinions about nerdy things.
Come on in!
"Let's go." So he's going to join us today and hopefully join us, throughout the course of our run here. May it be forever.
Forever.
And
Did you make the dude of the devil for that yet?
not yet, but I'm working on it.
He's gonna be our guest next week.
Is that who that guy is in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's
sipping on coffee.
It's kind of like a producer. Like he's got to make sure it's worth it. And then once this show's over, he'll be like,
He told me to lose like 20 pounds.
"Don't listen to him."
Well, he's a devil. You just make it happen, though.
That's true.
He's kind of a jerk. Okay, so for Eric being here, we're going to let him pick the first topic.
Hooray!
Well, I'm Lance, of course.
Oh, yeah. Again,
You're getting really
this is
bad
my
about
first
that.
day, so we've got Eric, of course, and I'm Brian,
I already said who the hell I was.
Lance.
And I'm Matt.
So let's get started.
Back to the important
They probably
people.
know us by now.
Seriously.
so it's okay.
Amateur hour here.
What are we called?
This one.
We want
That one? I don't like that one. Don't do it.
Oh, really?
Put it back.
And it's like, what is your name?
Kill the person next to you. Ah, dang it.
But
But
which
which
way?
Well,
Kingdom Hearts 3.
ooh.
What worlds do you want to see in them?
All of them!
All the Disney
Yeah, I know.
World.
That's...
Dun, 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 dun.
I just want to go to Disney World.
It's the same thing as playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I guess.
Just go to Disney World. Hitting
But you
people
don't-
with your keys.
Yeah.
It's not even like a keyblade, it's just your
It's
car
just
keys.
your car keys.
You're just like, yeah!
Take that, you heartless!
What are you doing?
Of course, I want to see, of course, Star Wars, but that ain't gonna
Yeah,
happen.
probably
That's
not.
not going to happen.
You're not going to see Star Wars because the game was in development before
The deal.
Well,
before the deal was made.
Supposedly. Supposedly.
Was it
Supposedly.
developing after Marvel was bought by Disney?
Yes,
Probably,
they gave the teaser for 3 a long time.
What was the
Yeah.
teaser?
Remember when it was like the desert and all the
keys?
keys?
Yeah, but I
Was
think
it-
that just from
That was the
end
ending of
second-
part 2, yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
the
it was
ending of part
supposed to
2.
be a teaser.
Yeah.
Oh,
for 3.
okay.
Yeah, but I don't think that even started.
Yeah, I don't think that meant they
developing
were
it
in
until
development.
later. They just threw the tease out
They
there.
probably didn't even know the story. They were just like, oh, this is cool, let's do this. That looks awesome.
What if there was a bunch of keys?
And
in there?
we don't fault people for that. We don't fault that.
No,
But
no.
That's
So
cool.
I think you're gonna see, and I'm really not happy with it, but you're gonna see Cars.
You're
Yeah,
probably right.
That's
You're-
the worst thing that they've done.
You're gonna see Cars.
Just because it's such a moneymaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and but it might be cool that they've never done an underwater level.
Yeah, they have. They did the Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid, yeah.
So
Besides
then you
Little
could
Mermaid,
go
pretty
Nemo.
awful, but.
You could go Nemo.
Well, if they do like Pixar, like just have a Pixar world, so it's not specific.
That's true. That would
I'd
So
be
you
Because
like
it's easier.
you like
Yeah.
jump off of the Cars land into Nemo land,
and then into a toy box.
and you come out into a toy box with the shark
I
with
don't
the
know.
cowboy hat. He's like, look,
I
I'm
mean,
Woody.
if
Howdy,
they're
howdy,
doing
howdy.
Pixar Toy Story, it would probably be a good world for them to
Toy
do.
Story?
Yeah.
I really, this is Disney. I would put money on the fact that Frozen's gonna be involved.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Boy,
yeah.
that's
Because of
going
how
too,
big
yeah.
it was.
That's true
yeah,
too.
Frozen will be involved. He'll have like a Frozen Keyblade or something. He'll meet Elsa and all sing Let It Go. And I will
Yeah,
gouge
I
my
hope-
ears
I
out
hope
if that
not.
happens.
Rip him off. Only takes 8 pounds of pressure.
Is
to
it
rip
still
your
the
ears
same kid? Well, he's not a kid anymore. Is it still the same guy who does Sora's voice?
Yeah.
off. No, he's like, hey, it's the Heartless.
Well, he's like in his mid-20s now or something, isn't he?
gonna kill you guys. Oh my God, right.
I would love to see the Avengers as well, because it's once again,
It's
but
Marvel.
I could see that, like him just dropping in.
I can
in
see
the,
a reference. I don't know if they'll do a world, but I can see
Yeah.
maybe like they throw a summon in there.
Well, I mean,
or
I could
something.
see
a Hulk.
I could just see him like jumping into the world. And next thing you know, it's the Battle of New York, and you end up fighting.
That'd be interesting.
Like
wanna
there's
see
a whole
more.
bunch of Heartless there. or
Heartless
something.
Scrolls.
I want
Yeah.
to see more Final Fantasy.
yeah.
I wish they would have more.
You'll
Final
get
Fantasy in
lightning.
those
You will
games.
get lightning.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
She's super
that's
popular.
Yeah,
true.
you're gonna live in Valhalla. I'm sorry.
You're gonna get lightning, bro. A lot of
Yeah.
lightning. She's
Definitely.
one of the most popular characters since.
Tell her to go away.
Wow.
I know they're like totally done with that. Like,
Wreck-It
She's-
Ralph would be awesome, but
yeah.
Wreck-It would be hard, I think. But summon.
yeah.
Summon.
Oh no, he
He would be a summon.
So it's
Oh,
3
that's
Final
cool.
Fantasy games with Lightning now. Is she the
Yeah.
longest running Final Fantasy character?
I
Yeah.
would say yes because
Probably.
10 only had 2 games.
and they're probably not done with it.
No, I think they are because they're gonna jump up to 15 and
Yeah.
14 is already
Yeah,
out.
she'll be in them. It's like,
Better not
wait,
be
that doesn't make
versus-
any sense.
Go ahead, Lance.
This one. No, wait.
Do I
This
get
one.
to eat this?
I want this one.
If you,
If you want.
if you are you so desired to eat it, you can eat
That one's 2. Let's do this.
it is now forever part of you, or at least for the next couple hours.
Oh, I can't believe they wrote that on a paper.
That's dirty.
PlayStation Now.
What's PlayStation now?
Exactly. PlayStation Now basically is a streaming service that
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation will
Oh.
offer. It's already in beta right now, and basically the premise is you'll be able to stream games for like $5. They're saying.
Is
Is
it
it-
really $5? Like a month?
I
Or-
think it's either a month or per game. I'm not
Oh, per
entirely
game.
sure. I
A
think
monthly
I have to
would be
double check on
awesome. If it's
Yeah.
like Netflix for games.
So it's basically Twitch.
No, no,
But you
more
actually
like
get to play
you get
it.
to play them. Like you could
So it's like-
go into the catalog, kind of like
It's
Netflix.
like Sega Channel, if you remember that from back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Part
okay.
of your cable service provider.
Streaming them as in streaming them and playing them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a rental
So-
service.
You got
Correct.
it.
Cool.
And I think it's actually gonna be per game if I think about it.
I don't
but
know if I like that.
Yeah, I mean, why not just go with the month service fee? Like tack it onto your PlayStation Network,
Because they can make
membership,
more money
Yeah.
with per game.
and then give them the library like Netflix. Because if you go per game, you're paying to rent this game, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you're basically becoming a digital blockbuster at that point.
yeah.
Yeah.
And who wants to pay money and have to give something back? And I think that's
Have
why
they,
it's-
they haven't given any more details on like.
There's gonna be. It's
payment.
gonna be. They already did the beta, which apparently the beta is doing all right.
So like, if it's $5 per game, you have like 2 days to play it. Like
No, it's until you finish it, until you're done with it.
Oh,
See, the
Yeah,
thing
that's
is
fair.
like, I think it's per game, but we'll get corrected on this. If it's per month,
Yeah,
it's better.
E3
But
will probably be where they talk more about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they announced like the $4 to $5 price point at least, and I'm drawing a blank on the actual details of the actual game or month thing. But they've already announced that they're gonna have hundreds of titles coming out already. They're saying PlayStation 3 games will be streamed. Not sure on PlayStation 4. PlayStation 1 games, of course, will be streamed. 2
That's
games,
cool.
3 games. So I mean, I think it would be interesting. I just want to see how it works with the streaming and how you be able to play it. What internet bandwidth is going to be required to play it.
I like
That's
that
the
they
big
make the PlayStation 1 games available.
Yeah.
That's
Especially
cool.
if they're
That's-
the real rare ones that you
Yeah.
can't find, or you can find for like $120.
Well, and that's the whole point of their Gaikai thing from last year. Them buying Gaikai, and it was like for a lot of money is because they wanted to do this cloud streaming service, and that's another reason why supposedly they didn't want to make PlayStation 4 backwards compatible because they'll be like every PlayStation 3 game will be available.
yeah,
And they're even
which
talking
is
about
cool
more
because then you
money.
can get those games that you missed.
they're even talking about games like you can be able to stream games overseas in Japan, stuff like that. That you wouldn't be like instead of having to ship them over.
Instead of importing them.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
So I'm definitely excited for it. We'll definitely see more about it from E3 because that's one
Yeah,
of
I'm
their
sure.
big issues. So
Yeah, but I'm kind of fed up with playing games here on Xbox One or PS4, and then like, oh, I gotta go finish this other game, and then
Go
go
back to your
upstairs
360.
and get my PS3 or my Xbox.
I just have everything in one little corner of hell. I still have a GameCube there too, and
Alright.
still don't own a Wii U though.
Shameful. Smash Brothers. Do it.
Smash Bros.
Yeah, my 3DS.
Mario Kart
I'll just
8.
play it at one of y'all's
Mario,
places.
yeah, Mario Kart. We're
Maybe.
gonna have a Mario Kart party.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
You ain't no party like a Mario Kart party.
What's your favorite movie casting in a comic book movie?
Bam! I got a couple of mine already. Chris Evans, Captain America.
I think it's a good casting.
He was my envision of Captain America. From the way he talked, the way he looks, the way his mannerisms, the way he delivers Captain's lines. It's like, that is Captain America right there.
But he was Johnny Storm first.
We don't talk about
That was so
I know.
weird.
Actually, he's the best thing in that movie, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost went super.
It's not saying much.
No, it's not. But
I mean, any others for y'all? I mean, I can name a couple more.
I think. I mean, that's not really a comic book movie, but I think Vigo was a very good Aragorn
Yeah, that
to kind
works.
of
That works.
spread over into Lord of the Rings.
That was
and,
really good.
and Ian McKellen, great Magneto, great Gandalf.
Yeah,
Patrick
he's
Stewart.
just- He's just a great actor. so-
Patrick Stewart, great Xavier.
Yeah, that's true.
Robert,
Even like the first class guys are pretty good.
I was surprised.
Michael Fassbender as young Magneto, you know, I think that they did really well.
I think they do pretty good with casting for the most part in most movies. I mean, like I said, not all of them. You know, you got George
Batfleck.
Clooney.
Batfleck.
Yeah, and-
Yeah. Well, pretty much
Yeah.
all of the casting that they did for that
So
Batman
far.
and Superman. is-
Yeah, so far it looks awful.
It does not look good. But then everybody was really pissed off about Heath Ledger, and he was.
And he did amazing.
so.
Yeah, he did really good.
One of my favorite castings though is, and it's, the movie was not good, but was Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Yeah,
Well,
Like
thought about
and
that.
Wade, as Wade Wilson. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
So yeah, he was really good. Like when I was in high school, me and my best friend were like talking about if there was ever a Deadpool movie, and we both just decided Ryan Reynolds would be perfect for it.
Interesting.
And that was about when around when the Blade movie came out with him in it.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Trinity.
Yeah. And we were just like, he would be, because he got really ripped for that movie and stuff, and we were just like, he'd be really good for that part. And so when they announced that he was going to be in it, I was just like, yes! And then it was like,
The
That movie
comic
was just
gods
so
have
bad.
listened.
yeah, I walked out of that theater. The
Oh.
moment that he was just like, shing, shing, like, and I was
Yeah,
like,
just-
nope, I was gone.
Why is he shooting?
Well, I
lasers?
think what
And
made
they
what
sewed
made me
his
mad.
mouth
Yeah,
shut.
that was I thought the worst because one of the. I mean, he's called the Merc
The
with
Merc
the
with the
Mouth,
Mouth,
and then
yeah.
they took his whole thing away. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
It was
So
a
that
big
was-
middle finger.
Then
to
there
me.
was
Yeah,
like
it
the
was.
end where he was like it's just his head, and he was like,
Oh,
Yeah.
you're like, they're trying to make up for it. They're trying to make up for it.
Trying to be hushed now. What the hell?
Yeah.
So
I
dumb.
was like, what the this is
I mean,
awful.
I also like Robert Downey Jr. as
Of course.
Tony
Oh,
Stark,
yeah.
just because he's an alcoholic beforehand too. So.
Perfect.
But I mean, going to future ones, I'm really interested. I mean, not to digress too much, but I'm interested in who they're gonna cast for Doctor Strange because that's a big,
Yeah.
it's a big character role.
And you know they're gonna try to get a big name for it too, because Doctor Strange, isn't as widely known as like Thor, Captain America, the ones
Yeah.
they've done. So they're gonna have to attach a big name
Yeah.
to draw in casual comic fans.
David Tennant and Matt Smith, might as well. Just saying. David Tennant and Matt Smith,
Doctor Who.
doctors.
Oh,
They both played the last two Doctors.
I've never.
I mean, awesome.
Yeah,
That would be interesting, yeah.
It would be interesting.
And Ron Perlman is Hellboy.
Yes,
oh, yeah,
yes,
he's
yes,
awesome.
yes. Ron Perlman
That
as Hellboy
to me
awesome.
was like
Yeah,
because
that
when
was good.
when I went to South by Southwest when Blade 2 came out, my brother-in-law at the time was a theater manager for the Paramount, so he was like, "Hey, just come up here, I'll get you in." I was like, "Cool." So I right up in there and watched Blade 2 with Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman were there, and so then we were outside. They were outside doing like meet and greets and like shaking hands and stuff like that, and giving autographs and. I talked to Guillermo first because Guillermo is an awesome visionary. He's always been one of my favorites, and
Fun guy too. Fun guy.
yeah,
Like-
super funny guy. Like I asked him, I was like, "Hey, man, can we get a picture?" He's like, "All right, but no nudes." And you're like, just like, "Boop," and you're like,
And you're like,
"Oh."
why not?
Yeah,
He's like, fine, I don't want pictures anymore.
yeah.
Never
So,
mind.
so he autographed and whatnot, and then Ron Perlman came around, and I was like, "Hey, Ron, yeah, blah, blah, blah," and we were just talking, and he was like, and I was like, "Man, can I get a picture?" And he's like, "Sure," and he went to like put his arm around me, and mind you, the guy's not big either. He's not that
Oh,
big of a
really?
guy.
So
Yeah,
he's
he's
an
kind of
anchor.
he's just kind of shorter, and so he just kind of boop. And when he did it, his jacket opened, and he had a BPRD shirt on, and I was like, "Oh!" and he was like, "Shh."
That's awesome.
And so like I took that to me. I was just like, "Oh, it's gonna be so
Take it to
good.
the grave.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, it's gonna
Take
and
him to the
then-
grave.
Yeah, and then he came around and he was talking about Hellboy, and I was like, "Oh, it's so good."
Suppously he dresses up as Hellboy and goes visit sick kids. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I
awesome.
saw the
pretty
pictures.
cool.
of that.
And
that's
he's-
like an 8-hour makeup job.
And
Yeah,
he's,
I'm sure.
he's super into karaoke because I listened to an interview with him on the Nerdist, and he loves to do karaoke apparently. Like
That's
he's
funny.
huge into karaoke.
That's
It's
Going-
like Rat Pack style.
Going back to Doctor Strange and Del Toro, he had like mentioned 3 or 4 years ago that he was interested in directing, and he wanted a Doctor
that
Strange
would be
movie.
amazing.
And I just say he would be a perfect
They
fit.
don't have a director on it yet?
No,
No,
they,
it's just
they know it's
announced.
happening because it's going to be part of Phase 3 of
But,
Marvel.
yeah, so they haven't announced anything yet, but I think the way he handled Hellboy, I just think he would be perfect for
It'd just be
the
visuals.
mystic arts.
Bring us into
Yeah.
Cosmic
Like, it would
Marvel.
be really cool.
Because we're ready for Cosmic Marvel.
Because he does a lot of practical effects, and I miss that. And it's
Yeah.
I like how he's one of the few that still does that, and that would be amazing for that movie.
I totally
Next.
agree, dude.
Next topic.
Next topic.
Next
I'll
topic.
take this one.
Take two. Dang, you just
Greedy.
want that one instead. See what this one would have been. Oh, I should
We have this is a nerd rage kind of one.
Oh.
So length of video games. Do we sacrifice the length and depth of video games for graphics and tech? And mainly, I guess, because of development and cost time. So you get these really high-end games like super intense graphics and features and stuff like that, but they're only like 6 hours or 8 hours. Do you feel like our advancements into these high-end next-gen consoles and stuff like that are lengthening our games, where we used to take games like Final Fantasy and stuff like that and take weeks? Now we can turn around within 3 or 4 days if you play it that long enough.
Well, I think it's two separate things. One is there's not enough storytellers in games anymore. I mean, that's they're lacking how to tell a story, and that's why you're getting only the 6 to 8 hour games, which are fine as long as the story itself.
Yeah, I
and
don't
works
mind
well.
short games.
And secondly, I don't think our generation or younger generation now, they don't play games 3 weeks in a row because ADD mentality possibly,
Yeah.
or the fact that they don't want 100% play games like we used to do. Spend weeks to play 100%.
It's
I
all
took a month.
multiplayer though.
Yeah,
Yeah, people want to
that's
play
true.
anymore.
I took a month trying to 100% every Lego game I played. You know how hard that is? I mean, yeah.
I did the same.
Exactly. So,
I think a lot of, kind of with the graphics, but storytelling is kind of diminished a lot, I think, because they focus on the multiplayer aspect. I mean, they know that's what people want to play, so it's like, oh, we'll just give you a 4-hour campaign and just do all this in multiplayer. And
well, that's
Yeah,
the Call of
it's
Duty
fun.
syndrome, I call it.
yeah.
But
I agree with the fact that it's part of the audience now. They don't have the attention spans that we used to, like, because there's so many other things that you can do besides playing a video game. So they want to play this video game and get it done with, and just like spend the amount of time to beat it. But they can go screw around on the internet for hours and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas back when we were kids, it was just like that's all you could do was play video games, or you had to go play in the sun.
Go outside.
son,
I mean, I don't mind short games though, as long as, like you were saying, as long as it's like from beginning to end, the story is right there and it ends really strong. Then yeah, if I still walk away with like, oh my god, that was such an amazing ending, and like I felt really good about it. I mean, I prefer it to be a little bit longer, but
Yeah. It's like Bioshock Infinite, I think. I played that game, and after I beat it, I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And it wasn't super long.
nah, it's like what 10, 12
Yeah, it
hours
didn't
long.
take
well, the
not that
DLC
long.
even too is
That's
super
true.
short, and I was.
But it's amazing, yeah, because it's very, very well written.
Yeah.
But if you take something like, and me and Matt have different opinions on Last of Us. That's about
Yeah.
a 14 to 15 hour game. I thought the story was told beautifully well. Anything from Naughty Dog pretty much is told really well, at least. But I think that's how they.
I didn't have an issue on the story in that game. It's the gameplay I had an issue with.
Yeah,
I thought the gameplay was boring. Like, it's like I've played that game before.
Yeah.
The story was good. The gameplay was just like, I mean, a lot of people thought the ending was amazing. And I was
Yeah,
just
I like the
It's
ending.
all right.
Well,
but-
I mean that's a separate topic, just because the ending.
Yeah.
The ending was supposed to be your own interpretation of.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
End, so,
That's true.
But
The thing with, I think, The Last of Us, as far as like gameplay goes, is they through all the process of teasing the game and talking about the game and stuff, they gave you this sense of like lack of material or lack of tools, and you didn't get that feeling in the gameplay because there's like, oh, there's ammo,
Yeah.
It
I didn't-
almost
I
turned
didn't find
into
a lot of
You know
ammo.
that I had a
and
lot.
you didn't get
I
that
had
sense
to
of, oh
sneak
my
around
god,
a lot
I'm
more.
like trying to
they're
survive.
playing on easy.
no, I was playing on this
No.
hard.
If you play on easy, there's just you're walking on ammo. It's like, oh, hey, you got all
It's
this
not like
ammo.
Fallout. But that's another one. Fallout. Fallout's a
love Fallout,
massive amount of hours to play. And,
Come on, E3, give me Fallout 4.
I don't know. I think it's too soon.
I don't think a teaser. We'll need a teaser.
Well, because we don't know what they're working on yet.
We'll have a teaser because we'll have like a 15-second.
Still be
teaser.
3 or 4 years before we see it, though.
It's true, but still.
New Fallout, new Elder Scrolls. I don't care which one, just give me one.
It won't be.
It's not-
It won't be
yeah,
Elder
yeah,
Scrolls.
no.
No.
I called and I have
Skyrim and MMO.
They're working
online
on.
is
Yeah,
just
they're
way too
focusing on
much.
the.
I have a bet on this,
Way too
and let's hope I'm right because this is video tape. I'm calling Half-Life 3 being announced
Oh yeah.
and Fallout 4 being announced, and I got some.
We should do a
I got some bets on that.
prediction round.
We're gonna do a prediction show.
That's my big
early
prediction.
June about E3. It'll be all E3. We'll just talk about everything we want.
I'm excited about that.
I'm gonna get sick on June 9th.
All companies going out of business.
Your games are now made by Sega.
EA has bought out everything.
Yeah, your games are all made by Sega and EA.
Oh, my.
Or Squeenix.
Squeenix.
Let's see. Oh, I pulled the last one.
Give
Go ahead.
Oh, my turn again.
Yeah.
It's your time.
You smell
That
it
one
right?
smell good?
It's like a drug dog.
How do you feel?
Good. All right, move
I was
on.
like, I feel fantastic.
Thank you.
Tired. It's too early. Too early in the day for me.
How do you feel about the Power Rangers movie reboot?
Go, go.
Was that like
go,
officially
Rangers.
announced?
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
was.
was.
Because I saw something, but I just thought it was people just
Jason
being
David
jerk
Frank.
ass.
Without him,
He's well.
I don't
I
want
think
this
he's
movie
gonna
to
be
happen.
I feel like he would. Yeah, he's still really involved in like the Power
He
Rangers
loves it. He
stuff.
can't get away
Yeah.
from it. It's like, this was my life.
That's all he did. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
funny.
Please.
Imagine like he goes and fights professionally. Imagine what the person he fights says in the ring.
I know.
What, Green Ranger, you gotta beat me up.
And then he pulls out his freaking little piccolo thing.
I still remember the sound.
You're screwed now, buddy.
Yeah, like you always knew as a kid watching Power Rangers. When the dagger came out like that, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's over.
Oh.
Godzilla came out basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like even his like websites and stuff like that are like My Mighty Morphin Life. Like the dude
Yeah.
lives and eats it and breathes it.
Well, it's good though
Kinda
because
sad. Yeah, he enjoyed
you
doing
could say
it.
you could say that, but when you look at other people who like, I'm trying to think of an example, but people who like they did something that people love, and when you bring it up to them, they're just like, ugh, you know, they get all pissed off about it. That usually annoys me. I think. It's
Oh,
like,
where they won't embrace.
Yeah, they
what
don't- they don't
I
like
think
the
isn't
fact-
like Will Wheaton's like that. I think.
And
Isn't
so
he?
is
Like-
Nathan Fillion. If you go by him, call him Captain, he'll just give you a nod of his head.
Oh.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's like Jack Nicholson playing the Joker. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
like the fact that, you know, and so it's like people will bring it up and he's just like, ugh, this guy, you know. And so that is always annoying to me. It's like it's something you did and those
He's
people
old,
love it, so you gotta
Yeah.
you can't be so he's doing the opposite and embracing it.
That's yeah. I
But
didn't
still,
look at
it's,
that
yeah,
way.
it is pretty much all he does.
I went to the Lone Star Comic Con they had here in Shirts last year or the year before last. I can't remember. It was super
in the
small.
last year.
It was within the last 2
Yeah.
years. It was really super small, but like the people that were there were still like super enthusiastic, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you get those guys that are like they're just paying me money
Yeah,
because
pretty
I
much.
did
Yeah.
this and I'm super jaded.
And you feel like they're judging you when you come up. They're just like, look at this nerd and
Yeah.
wants my autograph.
Yeah. So like the guy who voiced the American Tetsuo was there.
Oh, that's cool.
Super cool. Like he was just like, man, I'm so glad that you're. You
Johnny
know, he's
Youngbosh?
like, I'm glad you're. Huh?
Johnny Youngbosh.
Mhm.
He's a big anime voice actor
Yeah.
person right now.
He was
and he
like-
was the Black Power Ranger at one point in Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did not know that.
So he was like, yeah, you know, really glad that you're, you know, here, da da da, and he was like, glad that you're a fan, you know, that kind of stuff. And then the guy, original guy who did Michelangelo from the movies, the voice for Michelangelo was there, and he was, you know, he still embraced, you know, his, you
Yeah.
know, his signature, you know, cowabunga, keep it green.
Because those
you know,
movies
blah,
were
blah,
awesome.
you know, and so those kinds of guys are like that know that they have unfortunately a droves of like mouth breathing neck
Yeah.
fans, and they're okay with that because that's what they did and that's what
Yeah.
they're loved for.
I went to an anime convention not too long ago, a couple of years back actually, and they had Power Ranger people there, and they had Lord Zed there, and
Oh.
he walks in and just goes, he just starts going, I am Lord. He just starts like Lord Zedding out and like doing lines. Everyone is just like freaking out.
Mhm.
This old guy just doing it. It was great.
Lord Zed was awesome.
It's like Lion. I didn't get to see Lion-O at
yeah.
at the toy show. I kind of left a little early.
But he was getting on the like every once in a while he'd get on the microphone over the overhead speakers and everything, and he would do that, and he'd just be like thunder, thunder, thunder.
That's
oh."
awesome.
And like yeah, it's pretty cool. But as far as Power Rangers reboot, back on topic,
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. It depends on how they do it because you know, are they going to try to do a serious kind of gritty version of the Power Rangers like they're trying to do with the Ninja Turtles? You know, I don't know.
It depends
It's-
on
Mighty
the
Morphin
director.
Power Rangers brought to you by
Michael
Michael
Bay.
Bay.
I wouldn't be a surprise. Brings back
Where
Transformers.
the Power Rangers
Oh,
are
God.
from
They're
space.
CG.
Yeah.
The Power Rangers, like we could just get people in costumes.
No,
but
no,
let's make
no.
it CG.
So
And they're from outer space.
have they
They're not
said
actually
anything
TV.
about it
Yeah.
yet? Like,
No, it's just kind
okay,
of
so we don't even know if it's
Yeah,
like
there's no.
a
no
movie of the
director.
recent. The
Yeah,
recent
well,
series,
they're rebooting Power Rangers from the beginning.
So yeah.
So it's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the very first one.
Zordon's
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, so
okay.
it's the same people. Like it's supposed to be the original, you know, red,
I-
and green.
yeah.
All them. Well, I don't know. I don't
Tommy
know if they'll
will
be
do
green or
something.
green.
Tommy
Yeah,
will be
maybe
like the
he'll be
new,
like a mentor or something. He'll
Yeah.
be the new alpha.
or he could be the new villain.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool actually.
No, he'll
Reprise
be
his role as the-
Zordon.
So it's not going to be
Zordon,
like
yeah.
in the same timeline or anything.
I don't think so.
Rangers.
Okay,
It'll probably be Rita or Zed. As the,
interesting.
I think a friend of mine said this on Twitter. He was like, I'm okay with this movie, but his only concern was can he find enough teenagers with enough attitude?
I'm pretty sure you can still find that.
Yeah.
that aren't like, you know, when they morph, it's gonna be like hashtag Tyrannosaurus. You know, something ridiculous.
Hashtag
like
just woke up like this.
It'll be their Twitter handle.
oh yeah, at Red Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
Rangers, you're supposed to be anonymous.
Be funny.
Totally fighting putties.
Yeah, they're just sitting there texting the whole time.
About to fight these putties.
Guys, check
Hashtag
out-
Ranger Life.
Check out this giant monster. Check out this giant monster, guys.
Yeah, they're selfieing with the monster.
I'm gonna go beat up this monster.
This
Let me
guy
take a
right
selfie.
here.
Rita's gonna be texting, I'm gonna get you, Ranger.
What if they do the trailer though, like they did with like Cloverfield and Godzilla,
Like found footage?
yeah, like it's like a
That'd
teaser.
be
Like you don't
really
even know
cool,
it's a
actually.
Power Ranger movie
That'd be
until
really
like the very
awesome.
end.
I like that idea.
Kind of neat.
Found
that would be
footage?
cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really good.
Go ahead, Lance. We're gonna make this one a little bit longer because Eric's new with us. So
Yay.
It would be the last time he's like, I'm never hanging out with these guys.
you guys have no idea what's going on.
Which one? I'm gonna use my third eye.
It's down there.
Yeah, it was
That's the wrong one.
Alright, this one gave me a boner, alright.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And, or
no,
an
no.
oh no
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, no, no.
This went south real
Oh
quick.
no no.
Ooh.
Doo-doo.
Ooh. Oh my.
Uh-oh.
What gives you a boner? What?
FXX buys rights to Simpsons for the marathon. Yeah, this one gives me a boner. So,
Yeah.
in case you didn't know, I'm sure you do. FXX, I guess FX, add the extra X, extreme, I don't know. They bought all the rights to the basically syndication of Simpsons. So, to celebrate, sometime in August, they were going to run the longest ever television marathon from the very first episode of The Simpsons all the way up to the basically the newest from that Sunday. And it's going to be, I think, 12 days or something like that. It's 500.
Well, it's like 20 plus years of
It's a lot of
episodes.
Oh, yeah.
And
There's a lot of
I'm
stuff.
excited for it because I want to record every single Treehouse of Horrors.
They should air it with the original commercials.
That'd be
really
so
hard.
cool.
Like
Like,
it's just someone's VHS tape that they're just putting into the program. You know?
hey,
You're gonna
you
get-
recorded those, right? Yeah, man, got my VHS.
I got them right here.
Bring 'em to work.
Put
It just
like,
cuts to some other
Just-
TV special. They're,
Oh,
oh man,
Just think about like the trailers to see from movies of that. Like,
That would be
back in the day.
awesome,
20 years
though.
ago, it'd be like freaking Gremlins, Ghostbusters, stuff like that.
That would be kind
Back
of
to
and
the
then the
Future, that'd be really
commercials.
cool.
Sock and boppers.
More fun than a pillow
Pillow
fight.
fight.
Sock and boppers.
Then you had the Crossfire. Crossfire.
Yeah, Crossfire.
You get caught up in love.
We're dating ourselves right now. People are just
There's
like,
nothing wrong with that at all.
These old.
So yeah, I mean, it's cool, but you kind of have to like time it out, like, because
Yeah.
you're gonna get into those stints of really bad episodes,
Yeah.
and then if it's gonna be, it's continuous. Matt has said this before when we was announced. Is like, what if your favorite episode is like
just
4
like 4 in the morning.
That's why you have
I
to
mean,
do
DVR,
research.
yes, but
You actually have to look up.
But yeah, you have to find out exactly what time. That's a lot to go through.
That's why I want
Too
every
much work.
Treehouse
Just
of
go
Horrors.
online.
Treehouse
Yeah.
of Horrors. I'm gonna record every single one of those.
See, that one would be a little easier to find because they're just all called Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
The other ones, you
like-
may not even know what your favorite episode's name is. I don't know. I'm not excited. I'll just throw that out there. I like the idea that it's the longest marathon ever in a TV show. Like, that's really cool, but it's Simpsons, so I don't care.
Yeah, I haven't been to
Just straight
Simpsons
up,
in a
no.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like they had their golden age of like Conan O'Brien and stuff like that, where episodes were
yeah.
really good.
It's probably been
At
15
least.
years since I've
Yeah.
seen an
It's been a
episode.
while.
Or a new episode, I guess.
Well, I watched the Lego episode last because
That
it was
was
actually
awesome.
kind
I
of
like
cool.
it. Was it
Yeah, it was cool because
Bite
they
my
did that, but
plastic ass.
pretty much it was just.
I
the
was
plot.
interested in it, but
It was the same plot as the Lego movie, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a good
kinda
thing I didn't
fun.
watch
Wow.
it because I still haven't
Yeah,
seen that movie.
seriously.
Well, let us know if you're gonna watch it at least.
Yeah, or what your favorite episodes are.
It works too. So I guess next topic. Go, Matthew.
Go, man. We're on
He's
the pull
one.
2 today.
Okay.
Matt gets two.
Favorite websites?
Okay, so
So-
Strictly Nerd. No.
yeah, Facebook.com/strictly nerd.
So website porn
Yeah.
porn websites or
It just says websites. You can do whatever you want, buddy.
Wow.
we got Pornhub. You got
AOL.
Whoa.
Two.
Do we
No.
want to pitch other people's websites?
GeoCities,
Wow.
Hey guys, there's an awesome.
Angelfire.
There's a,
Angelfire.com/anime.
AltaVista.
there's a couple cool websites called Friendster and MySpace. Check them out.
Right.
Friendster.
Bringing them back.
Friendster.
I actually still remember my GeoCities
That's dating.
webpage.
Oh, geez.
That's
like,
funny.
yeah, it's like geocities.com/stealth/shadow64/doom. That was my homepage.
Nice.
Favorite websites. I'm a big Reddit guy. I like Reddit
Yep, me too.
because if I want to find a whole bunch of cool
See,
crap.
I need to get into that because everybody's always like,
Reddit's pretty
Reddit
cool.
this,
Yeah,
Reddit
we need
that,
to
and
start-
I've gone on it and I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I
Well,
wanna
it's
start
literally-
a Strictly Nerd Reddit.
Yeah,
Because
it's
I
strictly
think
like, or it's literally like it says the front page of the internet, and it actually really is, because a lot of times people just be like, "Hey, look at this funny picture," and I'm like, "Yeah, I saw it on Reddit yesterday."
Exactly.
And it's kind of how it is.
It's like that dog and cat fight. Oh god.
Yeah, I know, it's all
Everybody
over the place.
posted
It's
that
all
on.
over the place.
what
It was
was
good for the
Tuesday?
first time, and then
It was all over the place.
Yeah, it's just like
It's
my
horrible.
feed was like Hero Cat,
Yeah,
Which was
picture of a
cool,
different
but-
cat, Hero Cat,
Hero cat. Hero
This
cat.
cat's
Hero
gonna
cat.
kill you.
Hero cat.
George Takai. Then it was, oh, here's that Hero Cat again. Like my
George
Facebook
Takai
feed
watching
was-
the Hero cat.
And then
Keyboard
George
Cat.
Takai posted about the Hero Cat, and I was like, I can't get away from this Hero
Sorry,
Cat.
George Takei saving the Hero Cat.
Yeah. He tackles the dog.
And then it's like
I'd see
Jay Z meme getting
Some
beat up. Where was the
Oh,
Hero
yeah.
Cat because he could have saved Jay Z in the
got that on
elevator.
But that's
Snapchat.
memes. That's memes in general.
Yeah.
It's if it's a meme, it's annoying. Pretty much.
other websites. I mean, I'm big Kotaku.
Kotaku's big for me. Like that's where I kind of hang out. a
I do
lot.
IGN every now and then. Too.
IGN.
I've gone back to IGN.
And
Rotten Tomatoes.
Nerdist actually relaunched his website.
Yeah,
It
I
is
like-
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's very. She's got that legendary money.
Yeah.
Legendary
If
money.
you go look at the new Nerdist website, oh my god, and they're doing really well as far as like news coverage, all
I've
that
been
stuff.
on there in a while.
And so I go there and check out stuff too,
And of course the
like
YouTubes.
that,
The
like
YouTubes.
that screenshot of the Star Wars slate.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw on Nerdist first. And then there's someone else took that picture and did like a breakdown of it.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty interesting because they're very film savvy. So they're talking about, oh, they're in scene 36, so you know you're doing this, that, or the other. And then they talked about like a camera and the equipment and stuff,
Yeah.
like the lens and the filter. They were talking about what those lenses are generally used for. And so I was like, man, there's so much information in this image that I didn't even realize. And they were talking about, oh, there's sand on the board, so are
Oh,
they on
yeah.
Tatooine or is it just because they're in Dubai? You know.
Could be a
So-
mix of both.
So there's like all this like speculation going on.
The only thing I
so-
know. The only thing I know is let the Star Wars commence. Break down everything coming out from Star Wars. Let that commence.
Wow.
Everything is gonna be broke down. Watch.
Yeah.
Every little image, every little leak thing is.
Mark
Yeah,
Hamill.
pretty much.
Mark Hamill had a sandwich for lunch. I wonder what that means in the Star Wars.
Mark
It
Hamill
means
had
he
a
was
poop
hungry?
shaped like Darth Vader.
Oh. Maybe his wife couldn't make a sandwich, so they're gonna do this story arc.
Wow.
And DeviantArt.com.
I DeviantArt.
I haven't been on that in a
I
while.
go to cons a lot, so
Yeah.
I like seeing art a lot. That's
Well,
too much money.
being an artist, that's where I post pretty much
Yeah.
most of my stuff, besides my website. So
I like Wikipedia.
I like his website.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, I learn a lot on Wikipedia.
3db.com.com.
3db.com.
Read the comics.
Yeah. What was you did one that I just couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, the one that I read recently that I couldn't stop laughing was the White Walkers giving the babies.
Yeah.
to Jared.
The Goblin King.
Like I thought that was, I like showed my wife. I was like, you gotta read this. Like, it was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. She was like, she didn't see that episode of Game of Thrones or the end, so
Yeah.
she didn't know what the reference was. She was like, why is he giving the baby away? And I was like, oh, you didn't see that part.
Well, it's funny, yeah, because I was
watch it.
when
It
I
was
was
really
making
funny.
it. I was telling my wife Jen, I was just like, this is going to be a very specific group of people, though,
Yeah.
because you have to have seen the
set
Labyrinth,
like that,
and you
yeah.
have to have seen
That setup.
I'm gonna rewatch Labyrinth
So-
now.
But
It was
yeah,
so good. I thought it was
Chloe.
great.
Magic Pants.
I love that movie. Who did the voodoo that you did?
Dance magic.
Who does the voodoo?
I
The
laughed.
chick with the babe.
And just
What
like
babe?
on the whole idea of like $3 bill, and then even like talking about like Eric in general, Guardian Knight comics, dude. Some of those comics you guys are throwing out right now,
Yeah, they,
like I'm getting like nerd owners.
Well,
like Moon Street.
yeah. When I saw Moonstreak, I was just like, dang, that's awesome. Like, I want to read it. I don't really know much about it because Apple De La Fuente, the guy that runs Alamo City Comic Con and owns Guardian Knight Comics, that's his comic.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's been working on it since
And
high
then
school.
he's got the other one, Gears and Bones.
Gears and Bones. The one that I'm actually super excited about, besides my own comic, Die Hard, the last Die Hard, is
Dad.
Crimson Blade, which is made by my best friend Zip, that we went to high school together and everything, and he's been working on it since high school. Like I've actually helped him with it, and it is going to be really cool because if you like Star Wars, it's like a space, like it's about this group of like space smugglers and stuff.
Didn't he
pretty
have a
much,
huge
but-
banner at the
Yeah,
show?
yeah.
I did see that. Yeah.
and it's about this sword that pretty much like shapeshift and it's been through time and it's in all of the pivotal points in history, and yeah, it's gonna be really really cool. Like I know pretty much everything that goes on in the story because I helped him make it, and also I'm in the book.
The spoilers.
That's cool.
Good with spoilers.
I can't give you any spoilers.
No.
but yeah, no. Last Die Hard.
Spoiler.
We don't
I was really sad I didn't win the. I really liked everything to try to win the frame
Oh yeah.
because I'm. If you want to go like Game of Thrones, I'm totally a Stark
Yeah. It's...
because wolves for me are like.
So you say.
You know, so.
Except for you killed all those people at the wedding.
You can
so-
do all those quizzes that Lance does on Facebook.
I do a lot of quizzes.
I don't
No,
know,
but you,
I get
everybody
bored.
does those quizzes, but like if you don't like the outcome, you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna...
Well, you can make
Let's
your
not
own
go this
outcome
one.
with it. I mean, just
Pretty
from
much.
the questions, it's like I'm gonna pick
know.
this one. I want to be Venom, so I'm just gonna.
Exactly.
That's what I don't like about him. I want it to be completely like.
The person
Well, it's up
writing
to
that
you.
quiz,
It's up to you.
the person writing that quiz has to figure out a roundabout way to ask
There's some
these
like
questions.
that really do well like that, but
Because-
I usually answer whatever I think I'm gonna honestly feel
Well,
at the point. And that's
yeah.
what
I
did.
try to, but then you're already knowing who you're gonna be by the end.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm picking. Okay, this one's me, but that's gonna be like this guy.
It's like I was doing a Harry Potter one, and I was like, I'm gonna be Ravenclaw, and at the
Yeah.
end, it's just like, oh, what would you rather do? Be a douchebag or learn stuff? I'm like, learn stuff, Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Done.
Well, I was
Nobody. Who's the guy that's gonna be like, I want to be a
I wanna be a
douchebag.
douchebag.
I'm totally
Well,
a
like-
douchebag.
well,
And then he's like, Slytherin.
Why? Why? I don't understand.
I was shooting for Hufflepuff.
F this quiz.
I've done Harry Potter quizzes and they were really like well done. Like what would you do? Yeah, and
I don't know.
and I was like, oh, I'm gonna end up Ravenclaw, and end up being Slytherin. I'm like, okay.
See, when I did the Pottermore, I don't think they really
Pottermore.
asked you. I got into Gryffindor.
I was in Slytherin.
And I've always felt like I was a Ravenclaw because I like
Yeah.
technology and learning and that kind of stuff.
Pottermore's awesome.
I want one of those quizzes to be where there's just one answer, so everybody's the same one. Like no matter what you pick,
You
just,
are a douche.
Yeah, you're just like one.
Or if like it's like what house are you, and then the actual like outcome is a Muggle.
Yeah, it's like who are you kidding? You never made it into Hogwarts.
You don't know how to do.
You
magic.
have no magic, Muggle.
That would be awesome.
Is it laughing at me?
All right.
Quit being
So we're gonna kill this
like
last
high school
one.
all over again.
Last one. I
a
like
lot
these
of
ones because it didn't move for the last 6 shakes. It's meant to be.
I think you predetermined.
It's rigged.
this. Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of an older one. The console war. Who's winning? Why? And
Well,
can Nintendo make a comeback?
Well, now the question is, can Sony make a comeback? Because they just did you see the financial report from them?
their financial reports for their entire company, yes.
No, but gaming specifically too.
Gaming specifically,
Like,
but
for
they're
that.
still out. The problem is like, how do you define the console war? Because Microsoft's losing money off the Xbox.
Well,
Everybody
yeah,
loses
no.
money for the first couple of years.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
all
question
about
about that.
Well, no, I'm just saying specifically based on
Well,
what Nintendo.
But
them saying
then
what
I
Nintendo
can just
does,
easily
so.
turn around and say, well, right now Sony's outselling Xbox 3-1.
And now Xbox is like, hey, guess what? We have a Connectless version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And they're
now
doing that
everybody loves them.
Mhm.
They're just like, oh yeah, they're the best.
Well,
We
because
had a Kinect.
they're trying to save face and get more people to buy it now
Yeah.
because
Kinect's
Sony right
pretty
now
much
is
dead.
pushing forward.
In the end, what's going to happen is, I mean, connectless or not, I hope that the idea is that games will still develop features for the Kinect, and what's going to end up happening is Microsoft's going to be like, oh, you want the Kinect now? Now you're going to pay for it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
much.
it's brilliant, really, because if you think about right now, the VR is coming out because Microsoft's having a VR,
Oh.
and the Kinect is probably going to be the best thing with VR.
No
if
one
you
wants Kinect.
if you don't want to do
Well, see, the thing
controllers.
with the Kinect is like 10 times more accurate than anything else on the
Yeah,
market.
Yeah.
it's
That's
pretty
true.
amazing technology.
And-
yeah.
I mean, you can use it
so-
for anything. I saw Ghost Hunters use it, and I'm like, really?
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, it's because it's the
Yeah.
way it's the IR is
paranormal
tracked. It's so
activity.
it's so actually really interesting.
Yeah,
Rare-
so,
rare-
I mean,
rare's
it's
pooping their pants
so,
right now.
such amazing technology that I know that the guy who developed like the lens and stuff was being sought after by Apple.
Yeah.
They wanted to hire him real bad, and
Here's a whole bunch of money.
yeah,
Money.
So the Kinect has amazing technology. I think that they,
Ooh, my.
you know, I think that in the end it might help Microsoft to give people the option because then the games that come out that have it, people are gonna be like, oh.
But the
man,
question is, if the games come out for it.
that's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
how
hasn't
many
been
games-
utilized
yeah.
correctly.
Yeah, they haven't really done anything much, especially with the Xbox One. It's like
Yeah.
Kinect rival
I haven't
sports.
touched.
Like,
I haven't touched Xbox One like at all. Like
Who
I played
cares?
Titanfall for like a minute, and that was it. And I went back to my PS4 to play Infamous stuff like that.
I'm a
Yeah.
PC gamer mostly, so.
I just bought a new rig. With
All I have is
4K
a Wii U.
monitor, and
Oh
I
wow!
bought a
what?
Titan card with it. And
you said which one?
All I have in the new consoles is a Wii U,
Oh, okay.
and just because it's
he's
like
a big PC gamer.
yeah, I play PC, so I don't even. Oh, I got it for Zelda because I'm a huge Zelda fan.
Yeah.
The
so,
PC superior race.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rumors
now
that they're
Zelda,
gonna show
and
us
then
Zelda.
so you got Mario Kart. You're gonna
Mario
have
Kart and Smash Bros. Yeah.
And then Nintendo has, and I think I said this on Nerds before, or maybe we were just talking about it a while back, that Nintendo needed to look at doing a Skylanders.
Yeah,
style
we've
game.
talked about that before.
And
Yeah, but- well-
now it's coming.
We don't know the details though, because I mean they're saying, yeah, they're probably they have. I think it'd be amazing if they did a Skylanders type game, because the idea of Skylanders is awesome, except for the game kind of sucks. But if Nintendo took that and then they can make an awesome game.
I think they need to make a Pokemon version of
See,
that.
that's a cash cow right there for them too,
Yeah,
because you
that'd
know
be
you have
good.
all these
And I-
raging Pokemon fans who will
Yeah.
want to buy every
They
single
would
one.
make
Raging.
every single one.
They're raging.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
I think the thing with Nintendo though is they're so far behind right now in the Wii U. We're not gonna count 3DS because they're destroying the 3DS. But
Yeah,
they've
that-
lost
that.
so much money off the Wii U. They're gonna have to do something like that to make up so much ground because they've lost a lot. They lost more money than Sony has.
So I think that's going to go ahead and wrap this up for us on this episode of Nerds of the Round, Nerds at Noon. It is now actually a lot longer than I
Nerds
thought.
out. One.
118 to be precise.
I still wouldn't be awake right now.
But I thank you guys for sitting in with us and letting us chat and talk about the things that you want to talk about. Hopefully you don't hate us for some of the things we may have said. And
Or hate us, it's fine. You have the right.
I
You have
embrace
that
the
right.
hate.
We're gonna ban Brian for life.
no, I need to be here.
I embrace the
But
hate.
yeah, thank you guys for coming in. Let us know down in the comments below on any of the topics that we talked about today. What do you think? What are you excited about? That kind of stuff. We want to thank Eric for coming in today
Definitely.
and talking about all this stuff with us. It was a different point of view. It was kind of cool. Someone new. Hopefully he'll come back. We didn't
Just need
we
someone
didn't
borrow
we didn't
some blue.
irritate him or piss him off.
If he doesn't come back, we'll just give you all his number, and then you can blow up his cell phone forever, and he'll force him to change it.
That's my work phone, guys. Come on.
Stop it, guys. You mean?
I was trying to draw a comic book.
Apparently, Blake Shelton did that to
Trying to
Adam
draw.
Levine from Maroon 5. Like
Oh,
he
yeah?
put on his personal cell phone number on Twitter.
Oh, funny.
That was messed up.
Because
horrible.
Adam Levine
Horrible.
didn't think he'd do it. He's like, blink.
Nice. So, again, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, my name was Brian.
Matt.
You know who I am.
That's no last name Lance. And then Eric, why don't you give us a quick plug with everything you got?
Check out my webcomic $3 bill at 3db.com.com. That's 3dbdotcom.com because 3db.com was taken. And
Brian should put the link somewhere like down there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll link everything.
But
down.
it's somewhere on the screen. And then also GuardianKnightComics.com, where I'm doing a comic called Dire Heart. And I also do a webcomic for them called Office Nights. So
Check him out.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you.